All right, guys, happy Sunday fun day, and the beginning of week 5 on Homestead Zero. This week's video is brought to you by Shaw's Hiker Hostel in Monson, Maine. If you don't have their famous breakfast on your way through, you're statistically less likely to finish the trail. I don't know if this is true, but do you want to take a chance? So we finished week 4 with this deck, and week 5 I'm going to go over the goals. I got to move all this stuff out of the shed here, workshop. The kitchen area is still set up in here. I'm moving that around back yonder where I showed you. And then I got to get the rest of this crap cleaned out, cleared out. And this is where the window is going, so I got to get everything off of these shelves. Thanks for going by, car. Messing up the audio. Alright guys, we're going to start off the week. I was going to build stairs going back into the new kitchen area. And then I decided, since I had that old step rock over there, and to fit into the whole rock steps here, I should put a rock step there. So I'm hauling over some dirt. We're going to build it up enough for me to put that rock there. And another rock to go next to it. And that kind of turned into a secondary project. And I'll show you what that is. Alright, so when I got the load of free fill dirt from when they were doing the ditches delivered right in here, these big rocks were in it. And I kept them to the side because I wanted to put a cairn, like a big huge cairn right here next to the van life spot. And I have to grade the ground around it. I'm going to stack the cairn right there. And I just decided to go ahead and start grading and taking the dirt from here, and that's what I'll put over there. And then I got to get some help. Stacking these rocks is not going to be easy. They are pretty big and pretty heavy. I'll show you the size. This is the smallest one. And this is the biggest one. Let's see if I can get a shot with my leg next to it. Maybe. Anyway, yeah, they're pretty big rocks. But I'm going to try to stack those 4 and make a nice big cairn right there. This little bird has been hanging out over here right by where I'm drinking my Bloody Mary. He's just been coming over here like he wants to hang out with us. Come here, little buddy. You want to be my friend? So I got this area leveled out some, took the dirt over there to the step by the kitchen area, and now I want to move these rocks to start doing the cairn. And this rock is way too big for me to do by hand, so I'm going to use Leela to pull it. We'll see how that goes. Well, the first attempt was a fail for the most part. We're going to try to tie this rock up better. Alright, let's try this again. Well, I mean, that worked better. Now I can just flip it back into place. So yeah, let me think about this for a few minutes, and we'll get back to it. Alright, a little manhandling, and I got it level and where I want it. I've got the rock bar wedged under the front bumper of the Jeep and the tire, so it's sitting in position. Now I'm going to have to put some rocks under it and get it nice and secure right there. Alright, well, that took some manhandling. I wedged some rocks under here, but I got it nice and flat and nice and sturdy. Sitting nice and level. The rocks are wedged under it real good. And I have to do some decorative rocks around it, but my 1 Bloody Mary worth of rock moving courage has left my body. So I'm gonna have a second one and probably go do something else. These 3 rocks, or at least those 2, maybe that one too, are gonna go on top of it for the cairn. And that's probably not gonna happen today. Might happen towards the end of the video, so keep watching if you want to see the cairn built. Sunday fun day. I already had my Bloody Mary. I'm gonna have a little lunch break, and I'm gonna give you my honest review on this glorious can that my buddy Bahalanal brought me. One bite, everybody knows the rules. The flavor's pretty good. On a normal person rating scale, I would give it 7.4. Now, as far as hiker trash goes, I can tell you it's pretty soupy. And it doesn't have a lot of chunks. So, for that reason, I'm going to have to give it a hiker trash 7. Now, what I am thinking about doing, because I don't want to just waste the sauce, is I have some instant mashed potatoes, and I think what I'm going to do is eat the potatoes out of this and then mix it in with that. But overall, it's in the 7s. Alright, we gave the stove a good scrub and getting ready to move everything back to the kitchen that we worked on. And you'll see, I put the rock steps back here. I can tell you that one was a beast. So I'm going to start doing some decor around them. Alright, got a little kitchen set up temporarily here. Got the cooler in there, got the oven, and then I've got my pantry stuff in here, my spices and everything, cutting board. So yeah, it'll be nice to have everything under a roof for when it rains, to be able to cook inside when I can't do it on a fire. Alright, it's raining again, which means I'm gonna make another fire here at the Hobbit house hole. I'm burning away the roots. Makes it easier to dig, but got a pretty good chunk of this pile over here dug out, so we're gonna keep burning that as long as it's raining. Pretty solid last night. I came up here and fed a bunch more stuff in it. Rain put it out before it washed everything away, but you can see it burned away a bunch of roots and stuff, so that's going to be easy for me to come in and dig out some more. And I'll probably do some of that sometime this week, maybe. But yeah, I got a lot to dig out. I'm going to mark it off so it's better to see. But it's going to be about a 10 by 10 structure under the ground, in the ground, about halfway in the ground. And then, you know, little hobbit front. Alright, well, it rained all night. We burned some shit up the hill. Came down this morning, and after it got done raining this morning, I cleared out this whole side of the workshop so I can remove this little patchwork that I did on the side, put a window back in there, and get this workshop organized.
Yeah, bud, you got an issue here. It's a good sized tree, comes from up there, come all the way across down, and it pretty much opened it right up. The rest of it's fine, it just caught this corner and pushed this wall and window out.
Here's the tree that fell on the building. It was one of the trees that I was hoping it wasn't. It was one of the 2 trees up on the point there that I originally wanted to use for a treehouse. So I guess it's a good thing I didn't build a treehouse in it. It fell right on her. Pretty good looking back here, but as you can see, the side over here, surprisingly, glass didn't break in the storm window, or in the other window that is now broken loose. But as you can see, the siding blew off so hard that it snapped it in half. So, gotta clean this mess up. Time to open this puppy up and get this side all ripped off and look at what we gotta do to rebuild it and put this window right here in. Let's go. Got the side open up. Now we gotta frame it out so we can get that window in, and then we'll redo the siding. Got it framed up and dry fitted the window. It fits. Now we get some siding on there. Let's plug this hole up. Most of the siding is done, and I've got a few pieces to do at the top there. It's getting dark. I gotta go make some dinner, and we'll get this finished up, and I'll get some better pictures and video tomorrow. Woke up this morning, got the siding done. Got a few more things to do. Just need to find some wood. I have to do a little repair up there on the roof. But I need 2 long boards, one for the fascia and one for the soffit. So when I find those, I'll finish that. But siding's complete. Then if we look inside here, I got my tools laying on it right now, but shelf is cleaned off, so that's where all my screws and nails and stuff are probably gonna go. I got a cabinet that's gonna go on this wall. We're gonna have to do some finish work inside, but we'll work on that on a rainy day. Right now I gotta go wake sleepyhead up over here and go work on another project. Huge thanks to one of my subs who sent me this. I have been powerless on Homestead Zero, but I am no longer powerless. This is pretty cool. I'm excited. It means I can charge up my phone and do longer recordings. I'll be able to do some better content. So, hey, shout out to my cool ass subs. Alright, I got the jackery and the fan set up in the doghouse. Me and Maya are hanging out in here. Maya, say hi to YouTube. Say hi to YouTube. Say hi. You can go outside and play in the dark. Go ahead. Go get the critters. Oh. The neighbor just pulled up. Shh. Be very, very quiet. Hey, Maya. Oh, there she goes. Alright, so we got the kitchen set up. We got these rocks moved over here. And I'm going to continue this path over to it. And then back over this way. So I'm going to try to get some rocks raked up out of the driveway and work on that a little bit before it rains. Alright, so I gotta get some rocks for over by the steps over to the kitchen area. And what I do is, when I got this fill dirt, it's got all these cool rocks everywhere that have been rinsed, you know, from my digging, and they come to the surface. And what I'm gonna do is rake them up. And the big ones are gonna go in one spot, and then I'm gonna use some of the smaller stuff for the walkways over there. But yeah, I'm gonna rake the driveway. Maya helps out by digging and stirring stuff up. Currently, she is squeaker playing. So maybe I'll get something done, or maybe I'll just play with her. Get it. Get it. So I raked the driveway. Got a bunch of little piles right here. And these little piles will be what I use to do these walkways over here in the Zen area and by the new kitchen area. So I got plenty of little piles here that I just made, raked up, and that should be enough to get a little start on the walkway over here. So Maya, let's carry buckets. Our favorite thing, huh? So just raked up the rocks in the driveway. We're gonna bring them over here, and we're gonna get this walkway extended. Start bringing that stuff over here. Maya likes where I raked because the ground is cool. So she's literally laying on a pile of the rocks. What do you think, Boo? Boo, what do you think? Ended up with enough material that I got to do the whole pathway here. So now we've got the path that goes all the way around the Zen area. Comes over to the kitchen area. And then comes down this way to go over to the workshop. Now we're gonna have to get some more moss and keep mossing up in there. It's about to rain, so maybe I'll do that now real quick. All right, so we added a little more right in here. And it's getting ready to rain. And I have one more thing to show you that I promised I'd end the video with. So let's go do that. Alright, so I promised to end the video with showing you the cairn. The very large cairn I built. Right here in the entry to the driveway, next to the van life spot. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you next week. Maya, you want to say bye to the YouTube?